Lords, I'd like to mention the Motu PIL number 2 of 2019, Lordship.
Oh,
There is an urgency in the matter, Lordship. The issue of public interest is large, and my Lords will appreciate that even the G20 summit is coming up soon. One part of the road maintenance, which this Honorable Court directed, is almost complete, just about 500 meters left. And there is a requirement to again push the work at the other end, which is under consideration, Lordship. So, Lordship, if this matter can be listed right after the regular matters for consideration.
today,
Yes, Lordship.
that will not be possible.
My Lord,
We'll discuss the matter and then we'll inform you.
Your Lordship, the thing is that since the most important concern is that rainy season is coming up, my Lord.
See, my brother cannot take up the matter.
My Lord, as far as His Lordship is concerned, we were always having a discussion. The parties, even the amicus, has got no objection. We don't have any
When
objection.
my brother has recused himself, you can't force him to come back.
My Lord, because it's getting a lot of hurdle also, my Lord.
That I understand. We understand the public interest involved, but then we'll see some other means. We'll discuss,
My Lord.
inform you later.
If not, Your Lordship, if my Lord would consider there have been no interest, a clash of interest in any manner, we were hopeful that His Lordship would
See,
consider
Joshua.
that. Yes, Lordship.
His lordship recused after giving a lot of thinking.
My Lord, my Lord.
He didn't just recuse himself just like that.
That is, they wrote Dimapur to Kohima.
Yes, my
Lordship.
Lord. Your Lordship was once additional AG at that point of time.
Yes, and I have received a lot of scolding also.
Lordship.
So I had recused myself.
My Lord.
We'll see after.
Lordship. Oblige Your Lordship.
Obliged, Your Lordship.
For admission, item number 1.
May it please, my lords. I have filed an affidavit this morning for the authority engineer, respondent number 10, my lord. If it can kindly be called.
Respondent number?
10, my lords. Authority engineer.
Just a minute.
I have placed on record the status report, the present status report.
My Lord, I have a similar prayer for respondent number 9 as well, my Lord. We have also filed an affidavit with the contractor.
This morning?
This morning.
We have call for.
It's 10, it's 9. This one.
Oh, this. This is 10. 9th March.
If I,
This is 9.
Your Lordships, if I may,
Yes, please.
Your Lordships, this PIL, Your Lordship, public interest petition, it seems to have become mired in an imbroglio. The contractor is taking one stand, the NHIDCL and the central government is taking another stand. So unless this imbroglio is resolved, it does not appear as if the work is going to progress. So if I may just take Your Lordships to what they have said in their respective affidavits.
Yes, what are they saying?
The first one, Your Lordship, there was an affidavit which was filed by the contractor this morning,
Respondent number?
respondent number 9.
9. Yes. What does it say here?
Has Your Lordship's got the affidavit?
Yes.
Has it been placed? At page 2. At page 2. Paragraph 1, my Lord, may I read? That the respondent number 1 had filed an affidavit on 16/2/23, duly swearing before his Honorable Court as to the reasons of slow progress and impossibility for completion of the work in entirety by 31/3/2023. So now what the contractor is saying is that to finish the work by the timeline 31/3/2023 is impossible. The authority engineer as well as the NHIDCL, on the other hand, they are saying in terms of the existing ROW, to complete by 31/3/2023 is not an impossibility in terms of the existing ROW. So this imbroglio, unless they can resolve it, I don't think we can progress, Your Lordship. They should explain their respective stands on both sides. The contractor on one side and the NHIDCL and the authority
Basically, this
engineer.
is what he's saying, contractor
Lord.
is saying.
Yes.
He is not possible, it's
It
not
is not
possible.
possible to finish by 31/3/2023.
Has he given any reasons?
He has some reasons he has given, Your Lordship. Par- Paragraph 3. Paragraph 3. Some reasons are mentioned in paragraph 3. That thereafter having discussion with the authority engineer on various technicalities, the applicability of which cannot be ruled out in any manner, and various field impediments as pointed out through our affidavit dated 16/2/23 were discussed. The respondent number 9, accompanied by its team of engineers, visited the site once again to carve out possibly, my lord, a path for completion of the work as per expectation of this court. Now, this is again very misleading, Your Lordship. It is not the expectation of this court, but it was the timelines which were submitted by them. But unfortunately, it was minutely assessed that on the face of the lack of decision as to the non-availability of required width of 12 meters on one hand, and standing impediments and obstructions which were jointly surveyed on 24/2/23 on the other hand, it is next to impossible to physically and technically to complete the work by 31/3/2023 as expected by this honorable court. So again, my lord, if I may stress, it is not as expected by this honorable court. It is a timeline submitted by them, both by the contractor as well as by the NHIDCL. So this appears to be the reason, Your Lordship.
Where is that affidavit that the contractors filed?
16/2/2023. This is the affidavit filed this morning. The earlier affidavit is 16/2/2023.
Give me that affidavit. Where he said that he's going to complete by 31st.
That affidavit, 3/8/2022.
3/8.
2022. We received on 3/8/2022. Otherwise, the affidavit is dated 2nd August. Affidavit is signed on 2nd August. Have your lordships got it? The affidavit?
3/8.
Yes, my lords. 3/8 and paragraph 4 at page 7. Paragraph 4 at page 7.
Why do you click this like this?
At paragraph 4, have your lordships got it?
Yes.
that as per authority letter dated 28/7/22, the authority approved the change of scope under the contract and extension of time with revised approved milestone as below. So the milestone is given in tabular form, and scheduled completion date is 2/3/23. Your Lordship's got that? Yes. Then the paragraph after that, the sub-paragraph, the deponent submits that it clearly shows from the above chart that they have achieved the milestone 1. So milestone 1 as on 10/8/2022 was 10%. So they had kept the timeline. Notwithstanding the delayed payments by the authority, and even though you could not take up high-value bituminous-related works during the incessant rains during the period under review by the Honorable Court. So the contractor itself submitted this timeline, and this timeline is on the basis of consultations between the NHIDCL, the authority engineer, and the contractor. Now, based on this timeline, Your Lordship, the order was passed on 2/12/2022. 2/12/2022.
Yes.
May I read, my lords? The managing director, Fortune Group, has appeared in person as directed by us. No, this is about a timeline. We need to finish the work by March. This is one of the first orders, Your Lordships, in terms of the timeline. In person as directed by us in order dated 28/11/22, and tendered his unqualified apology for not having been able to keep his commitments and promises made before us. He has also promised to complete blacktopping of 5 kilometers between chainage such and such within 10 days from today, and to complete the work starting from subgrade to BC on the 14 kilometers between chainage such and such as per the following timelines: 2.5 kilometers within December, 3.5 kilometers in the month of January 2023, 4 kilometers in the month of February 2023, 4.5 kilometers in the month of March 2023. He also promised to complete DBM to BC for 5 kilometers beginning from chainage such and such by the month of March 23. It is also submitted by the contractor that a sum of rupees 10 lakhs has been deposited in the account of this registry as per direction given in the order dated 17/11/22. Both the contractor and the authority engineer also submitted that there has been 60.31% progress in the execution of the work. The authority engineer and the NHIDCL submitted that the progress is extremely slow, and if the work has to be completed as per the timelines, the contractor has to increase the manpower, machineries, and have enough stock of the required materials. The learned additional AG submitted that the chief engineer has also has submitted the expenses incurred by the organizations who has undertaken repairing of the work and submitted the same to the registry of this court. In view of the submissions made by parties, we direct the contractor to increase the workforce, including the number of machineries, and also to keep enough stock of the required materials so that the work progresses well without any interruption. We also direct the contractor to work on war footing and keep up the timelines as promised by him. Further, we direct the NHIDCL, the authority engineer, to monitor properly and see to it that the contractor carries on with the work as per his promise. Regarding the 2 kilometers, which is the responsibility of the state, Mr. Im Song shall come with instructions as to when the work would be completed. We also direct the registrar of this court to do the needful in regards of the sum of rupees 10 lakhs as directed in order dated 17/11/22, and submit his report along with necessary documents on the next date, list again on 13/12/2022. So a timelines was given. The contractor undertook to keep the timelines. And now the statement that is being placed before this honorable court is that it is impossible.
Who's for the contract?
I am appearing, my lord. Respond. My lord, what has happened, if your lordship peruses order dated 18/1/2023, my lord, just prior to that, we filed an affidavit. The thing is this is a EPC contract. It has got 3 components: engineering, procurement, and construction. Once the engineering element is involved, my lord, there the contractor has to do the designing of the work, the road, lordship, as per the specifications of NHIDCL. When the contractor tendered for this job, it was highlighted that the available width is 12 meters. This was the general understanding amongst all the parties, that a 12-meter width available, he will do the designing according to 12 meter and proceed with the work. But when he went to implement the work, my lord, it was found that at many stresses it was coming to somewhat around 8 meter. In 8 meter, my lord, the safety standards does not permit the contractor to go ahead with the design.
Are you aware of your affidavit dated 3rd August 2022?
Yes, Lordship, yes.
Read it.
Yes, Lordship. At that stage, what has happened, my lord? Yes, I understand, my lord. That has created a lot of confusion. Actually, that affidavit ought not to have come in that way, my lord.
How? How do you say that?
My lord, after
How do you say that that affidavit should not have come in the way?
my lord,
It is
no, no,
on
no.
this basis,
Exactly.
on your affidavit that we have passed orders.
Yes, Lordship, I understand. I apologize for that, my lord. That has created, I understand the Honorable Court undertook the commitment from the contractor on the basis of facts stated in that affidavit and proceeded accordingly. Now, my lord, this thing has come to light, and we honestly place it before the court that this is creating some difficulty in both the parties. Parties are negotiating, they are interacting on this, my lord. And now a thing has come that whatever is available, the contractor should proceed with that. In fact, that has been observed by your lordships in order dated 18, my lord. 18-1.
We have seen that.
Yes, lordship. Now, on that basis, my lord, the contractor is proceeding, but entire redesigning has to be done, my lord. The design has to be again refurnished with new coordinates, my lord. That is taking some time, my lord.
We are not impressed.
This technical
We are
reason
not
is
impressed by your submission. We are going to go with your affidavit.
lordship.
We are going to go with your affidavit only.
Certainly,
3rd August
certainly, my lord. Certainly, my lord. At that point of time, my lord, this issue was not there, my lord. This issue was not observed, my
How
lord.
can you say that this issue was not
Not
there?
observed by the parties, my lord. This came to light, my lord, in the month of November when my lord, the monsoon had receded, my lord. When the rains had receded, the contractor went in full force with the execution of work in many places, my lord. And this, what has happened, my lord, in some places the road is without any soldier.
We don't see your people working in that road. We are traveling that road every day.
I understand, my lord. I understand.
We don't see your people working there.
I understand, my lord. The progress till date is on record that it is, we are saying 27%, and the authority is saying it is 25, 1 or 2% here and there, but 25% progress has been achieved, my lord.
25%.
Has been achieved, and we have applied for, my lord. This is keeping with her in our affidavit, my lord. Our commitment with the
What
department.
about your milestone 3, 70%, 14/1/2023?
My lord, that has, yes, admittedly it has been failed.
Why?
My lord, this is the reason, my lord. The reason is this, my lord. This shortage of wheat, my lord.
No, your lordships.
Because, my lord,
just to
if
make the picture clear.
if the designing is done on the basis of 8 meter width, my lord, the safety standards will not permit, my lord. Because they will have to do the designing in conformity with the NHIDCL guidelines, my lord. Otherwise it is, and I am told, my lord, I am told, now a discussion is going on to approach some IIT person to come and give an opinion on this, that how these safety standards can be maintained with that 8 meter width.
You cannot go back to all these things. You have been making the same submissions on earlier occasion.
Lordship.
You have been making the same submissions.
Yes.
And this court has actually told you to go ahead within the right of way and to complete it by March. Every time the matter is listed, you are coming up with the same excuse. We are not going to listen to you. You are coming up with the same excuse, with the same submission. We are fed up.
True. My lord, machineries and others have been deployed. The paver.
That also is not satisfactory, counsel.
So, your lordships,
We are aware what is happening. You can't mislead us.
No question of misleading, lordship. No. Not at all. Not from my side.
so your lordships, just so that there's a clear picture of what is actually transpiring on the ground. If your lordships can peruse the affidavit filed on 15/2/2023. This is by the respondent number 9. The reasons are elaborated as to why, according to the contractor, it is not possible to execute the work within the timelines. Affidavit which I received on 15/2. We can go straight to paragraph 3, my lords. Paragraph 3. The affidavit of the respondent number 9. May I read, my lords? That the respondent number 9, represented through the deponent and his engineering team, along with the authority engineer, that is respondent number 10, and the general manager of the respondent number 8, made site visit on 1/2/23, pursuant to meeting arranged for discussing the issue of ROW and non-availability of the width as per a change of scope of the work for reconstruction of the work within the available carriageway, right of way. The jointly prepared report dated 1/2/23 indicating non-availability of the required width of 12 meters in most of the changes is enclosed as Annexure A. 4, that it is respectfully stated that due to non-availability of required width of 12 meters, reconstruction of road within the available carriageway ranging between width of 7 meters to 9.5 meters, except at few changes where the width is within the range of 9.5 meters to 11 meters, which may invite the following threats, hazards as to structural stability of the road and safety of the road users. So a whole list of hazards have been listed by the respondent 9. Then paragraph 5, that in view of the above threats, it would not be conducive for going ahead for reconstruction as desired by this honorable court, at the very interest of the road users for whom the honorable court has been seriously monitoring the construction work since last 1 year and would be at a loss over and above the wastage of huge money. Then we can go back, we can proceed further down, your lordships. Paragraph 7. Paragraph 7. That in view of the facts stated above, neither the respondent number 8 nor the state administration made available the land either as per the original scope, of which was agreed to be handed over by 2010-20, or as per a change of scope 12 meters in the month of June 2022, based on which only TCS drawings were approved by respondent number 10, and the change of scope was approved by respondent number 8, despite the above order of the honorable court. 8, that the above inaction of the authorities, and most importantly, respondent number 8, with whom the respondent number 9 is under an inter se contractual relationship, the respondent number 9 is at a loss to achieve the required progress or even to continue with further performance unless at least 12 meters of land is provided as per the order of this honorable court, so that the threats which are listed in paragraph 4 would be alleviated. Then 9, then paragraph 10, that at the risk of repetition, the respondent number 9 also praised before his honorable court for passing an appropriate direction that if 12 meters width of ROW is not provided to the respondent number 9, the respondent number 9 may exercise its contractual right as per Article 23 of the EPC agreement executed between the respondent number 9 and NHIDCL. So the contractor would now like to exercise the right of cancellation of the contract if for any fault of the employer, which is the NHIDCL. So this is one of the submissions made in the affidavit. What does the NHIDCL say, Your Lordship? That is the affidavit of the respondent number 2 and 8. This is affidavit which was received on 19/2/23. 19/2/23. Filing date is not mentioned. I received this on 19/2/23. Respondent number 2 and 8. Affidavit of respondent number 2 and 8.
Which date?
I received the affidavit on 19/2/23, my lords. 19/2/23. It's 14. It's 14/2, my lords.
14
Yes,
Yeah,
14/2.
we have.
42. Then paragraph 3 shows the progress, Your Lordships. And then, if you may proceed to paragraph 7, paragraph 6, paragraph 6. That the EPC contractor on the last date of hearing, 18/1/23, has further submitted before the honorable court that an additional paver would be deployed within 7 days and the working hours will be increased. The EPC contractor has also submitted that they are committed to complete the work within the timeline set earlier. Again, Your Lordship, this is important, to complete the work within the timelines set earlier. Additionally, paver has been brought to the site, but not been deployed on site yet, and no substantial works are not in progress vis-a-vis the target's commitments. 7. Further, as per directions of this honorable court, it is to state that all the issues of the contractor with respect to less width of ROW have been addressed through joint meetings and joint site verifications. TCS are under finalization by the contractor for approval and execution. So it's not about 12 meters. It's about the existing ROW. So they have been with the contractor, and these have been finalized. Then paragraph 8, my lords, that the authority NHIDCL has directed the EPC contractor to complete the targets as committed before the Honorable Court on war footing. In this regard, it is submitted that the EPC contractor is concentrating mainly on the pavement works, and the works and structures, including culverts, retaining walls, and breast walls, are very marginal, and drain works have almost become standstill. So the NHIDCL, as well as the union, Your Lordship, they are very clear that it's only on the existing ROW. So existing ROW does not mean 12 meters, Your Lordships, whatever is available on the ground. So there appears to be a conflict between the contractor and the NHIDCL.
I think there are also order passed by this court, right, to
Yes,
complete
madam.
the work within the ROW.
Within the existing ROW, orders are passed, Your Lordships. Orders have been passed.
Yes, take the. Heard Mr. A. Zimami, Leonard Amicus Curiae. Also heard. Who appears?
I'm appearing for respondent number 9, my lord. My name is G. Rahul, my lord.
One more point, Your Lordships.
Yeah.
The additional AG was direct to submit the
Your Lordship,
report as far as the acquisition issue is concerned.
In compliance with the order dated 22/23, we filed a affidavit just now.
Where is it?
The copy is here. It is just fine. From the record it come. Regarding the,
Yeah, we'll consider that. Where's the manual petition? Also heard Mr. G. Rao, Leonard Counsel, appearing for respondent number 10.
9.
9 oblique contractor. Mr. Intim Song, Leonard Additional AG, Nagaland. Mr. Cindy Younger, Leonard Counsel for respondent number 10, my lord. 10. Stop. Para.
Lordship, I am for 1, 2, and 8, Lordship.
And
For
Mr.
NHIDCL, Lordship.
Muajamil, Leonard Counsel for respondents 1, 2, and
8, Lordship.
8. Stop. What is the affidavit you filed this morning?
Your Lordship, pardon me for interrupting. I have received the affidavit which has been filed by the state. I have gone through it, Your Lordships. If Your Lordships, if it is on record,
It's not
it
on
will, it will assist Your Lordships in passing the order, Your Lordship.
We'll consider it.
Yes. Your Lordship may kindly peruse paragraph 3 of this affidavit, if it is brought on record or not.
It is not on record. We have perused the affidavit filed by the respondent number 10. Not the respondent 9. Respondent number 9. Respondent number 9. Respondent number 9, this morning. Which was the affidavit that you were reading on, this filed this morning? Was it respondent number 9 or 10?
Respondent number 9, ma'am. Respondent number 9.
No.
Yes. Respondent number 9, yes, ma'am.
Respondent number 9. And paragraph 1 and 3 reads as under. A to A, B to B. This is contrary to what the respondent number 9 stated in the affidavit dated 3rd August 2022. Stop. Without expressing our mind today at this stage, we direct the contractor oblique respondent number 9 to appear in person before this court on 13th of March 2023 at 10:30 a.m. sharp. Appropriate orders will be passed after hearing the respondent number 9 in person. List on 13th March. We are now fed up. You can expect something good on 13th.
Worship Light.
Yes,
Yes, Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item 15 and 16.
15 and 16.
Yes, Lordship, in 15, I've already filed my affidavit. And this, in 16, affidavit is ready. So I beg that we given 1 week time.
Heard Yimti Longchal and counsel for petitioner. Mr. Yangawatil and CGC submits that he requires 1 week time to file counter in WBC 280 of 2022. 280, 2022. Praise or not, list after 1 week.
My pleasure.
Yes, please.
May I be permitted to move when my lord urgent anticipatory bail application, if not inconvenient to the court today or tomorrow, my lord.
Move it before court number 2.
Court number 2.
May I please, my lord, I beg to mention item 20, my lord. I may be given 3 weeks to file my reply, my lord.
Mr. Sindhyangan and counsel for petitioner is allowed 3 weeks time to file reply affidavit to the counter filed by the respondents. List accordingly.
Oblige, my lord.
May I please, Your Lordship? My lord, I beg to mention item number 14. I'm for the respondent number 5 here. I may be allowed 2 weeks time to file counter affidavit.
Heard MS Lustino and counsel for petitioner on request made by Mr. Takakichu. General counsel for respondent number 5. How much time?
2 weeks time, my lord.
2 weeks time is allowed to file counter.
Lordship, there's an interim here.
List accordingly. Interim order passer to continue till the next.
Oblige, my lord.
May I please, Your Lordship? My lord, I beg to mention hearing item number 31 to 33. My lords, similar case is pending before the division bench. That is writ appeal number 27 of 2022. So let the matter be listed after the disposal of that writ appeal.
My lord, the other petition, it pertains to somebody getting retired to tie in harness. In my case, this is about somebody dying while performing bona fide government duty.
Okay. It's up to you. If you want to wait the outcome of the writ appeal, there's a different thing.
My lord, what I'm saying is that these are two different things.
You are
it
saying
can
these
be-
are not connected.
No.
Then, Thipa.
My lord, in that case also, the petitioner, they are seeking for regularization after the
Date of the
land
work charge.
Yes,
Prisoner.
yes, posthumous regularization.
Here also work charge,
Yes.
Yes. Work charge.
regularization.
Yes. In two sides of petition, it is somebody retiring from service and somebody dying in harness. In this particular case, this is about the employee dying while performing the bona fide government duty.
So he's also died in harness. Isn't it?
Yes.
My lord, but one thing is that the difference is that the present batch of cases, these are people who died while performing the government duty. The question of not being in the government service doesn't arise in the present case. That is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Then, you're ready to take up today?
Yes, my lord.
Okay, we'll see.
My lord.
Afterwards, we'll see.
Okay, my lord.
Please, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 9. On behalf of Divika, let the matter come up after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Lordship, appearing on behalf of the petitioner for the council's petitioner, Lordship.
Your good name?
M. Vero, Lordship.
Heard I'm Verol and counsel.
My lord, I have filed my counter.
Item 9. Heard I'm Verol and counsel for petitioner. On request made on behalf of
Divika.
Livika and government advocate. List the matter after.
Lordship, let this matter come up on a fixed date, Lordship, since the leading counsel, D. Kokoi, is in-house station lawyer, Lordship. 27th Monday.
Your Lordship, your state is yet to file affidavit, so
Lordship, this matter has been pending for quite some time, Your Lordship, since last year. So,
What is this about?
Lordship,
Yes.
My lord, this is about the regulations of this, what is the deputations appointment regarding the assembly.
Then state may have nothing much to file.
That one is about the verifications of documents that's come into play. So that state is important.
Can request met by on behalf of MS Legal and Government Advocate, list the matter on. When do you want? Yes.
27, Your Lordship.
27th March.
Lordship,
Let's see on the day.
interim may continue, Your Lordship.
Interim order pass early to continue.
Fine.
Lordship, my lord.
My pleasure, Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 3. This is a work charge regularization, and this matter, similar matters are pending before this court. So, Lordship, I can list this matter after the disposal of this matter.
Which matter?
Yes. This is a work charge regularization.
Yes.
Yes, no objection, Your Lordship.
Okay, heard MS. Your good name, please.
I'm Attila Pungin, Your Lordship.
So
Attila Pungin.
for the petition. On request made by MS.
Bichano.
Pichan, then Government Advocate. List the matter after 1 minute.
And Lordship, item number 17. I'm waiting for the signature. So, Lordship, may kindly grant me a few days to file my counter affidavit.
Yes, so appears more.
Lordship.
Heard more Jamil and the counsel for petitioning. On request made by MS Pichano and Government Advocate. List the matter after 2 weeks
May please, Your Lordship.
to enable her to file counter affidavit. Yes.
Lordship, here we filed an IA, Lordship.
Where's the
IA
IA?
number 3 of 2023, Lordship, for impleading ourselves as party respondents, Lordship. And the IA was allowed by the order dated 22/23, Lordship. So, however, Lordship, here the registry, they were not directed to make the necessary.
Give the file. No, they've completed you.
Yes, Lordship. However,
6 to 37.
yes, Lordship. However, the registry were not directed to make the necessary correction in the petition, Lordship, to add the names of the private respondents. That is why our names were not reflected in the cost list today, Lordship. So, if Your Lordship may kindly.
No,
direct
your
the
names
registry-
have been added here.
Lordship,
in the
then
records.
if, Lordship, then if our names may be reflected in the cost list as
Registry
well.
is also directed to reflect the name of MS Lucino, Learned Council, for respondents 6 to
6 to
37 in
Lordship.
the cost list.
Obliged. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 11 on behalf of Supung Chang. Lordship, may kindly list this matter after 3 weeks.
Yes, Apok.
Lordship, otherwise the matter is almost admitted. The department has admitted by virtue of a letter that they have inadvertently done it with. But Lordship, in the absence of the actual
Okay,
counsel.
heard. I, Apok Bonder, Learned Council for petition. On request made on behalf of Supung Chang, Learned Government Advocate. List the matter after
3 weeks.
Lordship, shorter time may be given.
2 weeks.
Lordship.
2 weeks.
Obliged.
Lordship, item number 28 on behalf of VZ Movie. Lordship, may kindly list this matter after 2 weeks.
On request made on behalf of Ms. VZ Momi, VZ Momi.
Yes, Lordship.
Mr. VZ Momi, Government Advocate. List the matter after 2 weeks.
And item number 29, same order.
Same order.
And Lordship, hearing item number 30
Yes.
On behalf of additional HGV Super, Lordship, will kindly list this matter after 1 week.
My lord, this matter pertains to appointment on land ownership basis in the Department of School Education. In the early occasions, your lordship has expressed difficulties to take up this case, so this case may be listed
List
before.
this case before any other bench without me. Put my name on the bracket. Okay.
No, that's not.
I oblige.
Bless your lordship. Lordship, I'd like to mention item 5, 6, and 7.
Huh?
Item 5, 6, and 7.
Yes.
Meetings are concluded. Actually, today was fixed for admission hearing. Lordship, let this matter come up on 28 for admission hearing.
Your good name, please.
KV Nagi, Lordship.
Heard Mr. Kevin Akil on the counsel for petitioner. On request made by Mr. So-and-so, let it, senior government advocate, list the matter. When do you want?
28 of
On
March.
28 March.
Lordship, interim order
Interim
may be
order
allowed to
concerning
continue.
to continue to the next.
My lord, I'd like to mention item 12 also. Item 12. Lordship, here,
12 and 13.
yes, 12 and 13. Here I'm representing the state. Lordship, this matter will come up after 2 weeks, Lordship.
Your Lordship, let this be the last chance.
Heard MS.
Excuse me.
SK Achumi, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. On request made by Mr. Moemchil, Learned Senior Government, at least the matter after 2 weeks. It is made clear and there shall be no adjournment on the next 8 weeks.
Published.
For admission, item number 1.
Please, Your Lordship. I'm appearing for respondent number 8, Your Lordship. The principal counsel is indisposed. Let it come up on 21st March.
Who's the principal counsel?
NK Likham, Lordship.
For Team Tilongchar, Learned Counsel for petitioner. On request made on behalf of Mr. NK Likham, Learned Counsel for respondent number 8. List the matter.
21st March.
24th.
21st.
21st.
Okay, on 21st of March.
Much obliged.
For admission, item number 2.
May I please, Your Lordship? Your Lordship, this is a covered case. This is with regard to posthumous regularization. And the Supreme Court's judgment on Nishevi's case covers this case. Petitioners also have admitted to that in the earlier occasion.
Who is that case?
Your Lordship, by order dated 24/1/2020.
24/1.
2020.
Yes.
Here they have admitted, if I may be allowed to read, it is submitted by Ms. Ayang Injan, learned counsel for the petitioner, that a similar matter, that is WPC number 163/2018, was disposed by this court by judgment and order dated 6/9/2019. Against the said judgment, the state respondents have directed an appeal bearing writ appeal number 2119, and the same is still pending before for disposal. As such, the present case may be taken
Has
up.
it been disposed?
Yes, Your Lordship, and this matter went up to the Supreme Court, that is
Yes.
Nishevi's case, this writ appeal.
Then,
So it's covered, Your Lordship.
who is the order?
Your Lordship, which order? The Supreme Court's order?
Supreme Court order. Is a covered matter?
Your Lordship, yes, Lordship, but then that particular Supreme Court order, Your Lordship, it was not decided on the basis of, it was disposed on the basis of technical issues only, not on principles of law, Your Lordship. So, to this hearing item number 31, 32, and 33, Your Lordship, similar in nature, same issue, Your Lordship, nature of the petitioner along with the other petitioners. So it will become heard together, Your Lordship.
Later on.
Yes, Lordship.
Okay.
God bless.
For admission, item number 4.
My lord, I filed my counter affidavits.
Reply has been filed or not? None appears for the petitioner. Mr. Zatinuli, Leonard CGC, appears on behalf of the respondents. This is the matter after 3 weeks.
My lord.
For admission, item number 8.
Also, in this case, I filed reply to the state's affidavit in opposition. I may be allowed a week's time to file reply to the private respondent.
Mr. Moa Jamil and the counsel for the petitioner is allowed a week's time to file reply to the counter filed by the respondents.
Number 5, Lordship.
Respond number 5. List the matter up to
Much obliged.
For admission, item number 10.
counter has been filed.
Lordship,
Have you received a copy?
We received a copy. No, my lord, actually, this is a very simple matter. In terms of low point, honestly, your lordship knows that I do not have much to insist upon, but on the issue of parity, a similarly situated person has already been reappointed, and she's the only one who has been left out. In fact, the government has also, yes, I have received the affidavit of the government lordship. The government has stated that the land was bought. No doubt the land was bought because of the interference of the village. But the sub-center was set up on the land belonging to the present petitioners. And on some consideration, of course, she was not appointed on regular basis. Land ownership, my lord, is aware that it's on regular appointment. But she has been continuing for all these years. But around, after serving for about 20 years, her extension was not granted. But similarly situated persons were granted, and we have included that in the petition also, lordship. So on humanitarian ground and on the issue of parity, if this honorable court would give some consideration by issuing direction to the state respondents to consider her case also for either extension of service or the reappointment like the other cases, lordship. That's
Yes.
basically that's the issue.
Lordship, I want to rely on my affidavit, Lordship. Paragraph number 4, 5, and 6, Lordship.
Okay, Joshua, let us hear your matter.
Lordship. It's a very short petition. Let his lordship finish it. What preparation is required?
You have some difficulty today.
Lordship, I'm not prepared, Lordship.
If not lordship, it's not even an argument on the serious low point, so I thought it shouldn't be a problem.
It's up to you. If you want to proceed, we'll proceed. Otherwise,
If Lordship, may take up this matter next week, Lordship.
If my learned friend is not ready, I will not
On the last
insist, lordship.
occasion, they wanted to file a reply,
Joshua
Lordship.
Shiki, learned counsel for petitioner, on request made by
Sipong Jang.
Sapong Zhang, learned counsel government advocate, list the matter after 1 week.
I'm obliged, your
Come
lordship.
prepared. When the matter is listed, you should be prepared.
For admission, item number 18.
Interesting. Yes, state, no counter. Who appears?
Moinsen.
Yes. Tipa Moin Imchen is appearing in this matter. No counter has been filed.
Then, my lord, let the matter become up after 3 weeks, my lord.
Her
The
name
file of
is
Is Jillian.
Is
Jillian.
Zeliang, learned counsel for the petitioner. On request, H, H is it? Met on behalf of Mr. Moen, senior government advocate. How much time?
3 weeks time.
3 weeks time is about. Please take it.
Much only.
For admission, item number 19.
Your Lordship, I'm for the petitioner. The government advocates are here to file the reply.
Yes. Whose state?
Your Lordship, kindly grant 3 weeks on behalf of state.
Her MS.
Your Lordship,
Your good name, please.
Aprenyo.
Aprenyo and the counsel for petition. On request made by Ms. AI, the government advocate. 3 weeks time is allowed to file contract. Please report.
For admission, item number 21.
May I please, Your Lordship? The governor is yet to file the affidavit in opposition.
Yes, I may.
Yes, Your Lordship, kindly grant 3 weeks time to file affidavit.
Her MS
Tushi Jamir.
Tushi Jamir and the counsel. MSA, then the government advocate is allowed how much time?
3 weeks, Your
3
Lordship.
weeks time to file contract.
Your Lordship, there's an interim in this
Please
matter.
stop. 2 weeks, interim order passed early to continue till the next one.
Oblige, Your Lordship.
For admission, item number 22.
Here also state
Yes, Your Lordship, similar order may be passed.
Yes, Your Lordship.
same order.
Right, Your Lordship.
For admission, item number 23 to 27.
May it please your
Why
lordship.
is it coming for orders?
Now, lordship, on the last occasion, we sought the permission of the Honorable Court to serve the notice to respondent number 7 through Dusty Service.
Dusty or substitute?
Yes, lordship, a substitute service. Now, lordship, what happened is we could not locate the office which we were informed that was operating in Dimapur.
Oh, Joshua, substitute service means what?
Through newspaper publication, lordship,
That-
but
have you
it
done
was in the nature of a Dusty Service. We wanted to serve it personally to them.
No, once an order has been passed saying that you will take substitute service.
Yes, lordship.
So you have to publish in the newspaper.
In fact, lordship, there was a slight communication gap, and that is how we could not do it. But now, lordship, we even filed an IA seeking the permission to publish it in the newspaper. So we have filed the IA a few days back, lordship.
Where's the IA? IA is there?
Oh, apparently it's registered by today itself, lordship.
Call the IA. You want to take substitute service?
Yes, lordship. We want to publish it in one of the papers because they still have some unfinished business here in Nagaland. So
Okay.
they're part of different proceedings also, lordship.
Mr. Joshua Shikil and the counsel for petitioner. Press for taking first steps for service of notice on respond number 7 by substitute service. Stop. Prayer is allowed. Petitioner shall serve notice on the respond number 7 by substitute service by publishing the same in 2 local newspapers having
Hello.
wide circulation in the state of Nagaland
Lordship.
for a period of 1 day, 2 days.
Lordship, within 1 week.
No, how many days you want to publish?
Lordship, once, if my lord may kindly allow.
For one day. Stop. Showing the next returnable date as today's 9th,
Lordship.
as 10th of April, 2023. Stop. Thereafter, petitioner shall file an affidavit.
My lord.
List the matter on 10th April.
Oblige your lordship.
In that IA it comes, in view of the order passed today in the main writ petition, IA stands disposed.
My lord.
Item number 2, 31, 32, and 33.
My Lord President,
If item 2 is similar with 31, 32, and 33,
my Lord,
then basically your case is over, isn't it? Where is the judgment? Have you seen a copy of the judgment?
my Lord, yes. My Lord, in that case, what happened is somebody died in service, and the wife filed the petition. The question was whether a dead person can file for regularization. No, that was the issue. But one thing is that in that case, if your lordship may kindly go through the whole judgment, no law has been laid down. Not the rule has been discussed in the whole judgment. So at best, it can be just generous when it comes to pension.
Did you claim for regularization
Yes.
when you were alive?
No.
That is one, para 3.
My Lord, I understand that. One thing is that the person who died was not, it didn't die while performing government duty. These are the two basic different things, what I'm trying to impress upon you, Lordship.
No. What government duty you're talking about?
Well, discharging government, bona fide government duty, the petitioner husband died.
How did he die?
He was electrocuted while working for the rectification of the main line. So what I'm trying to submit before your lordship is that necessity is one thing where the deceased died not while performing duty. In my case, the died while performing government bona fide duty. So the question of the deceased not taking to be either a government servant or not is out. Because the established fact is that the deceased died while performing government duty, which is not denied.
When did you die? Your husband died?
My Lord, in 2010.
And when did you make your representation?
2000, my Lord.
Your husband died on?
Died on 16 to 2010.
Then? Your
When the petitioner filed WPC 87 in way back in 2016, on 31/5/2016.
2016. What happened to that petition?
It was not considered, so the petitioner approached this honorable.
This, you are taking up item number 31.
Yes, my lord. That is WBC 69.
Yes.
Through what?
Where is the seniority list?
My lord, I don't have the seniority list.
You have TIPA?
Yes, my lord. In my affidavit in opposition, my lord. Page number 6. The petitioner is in serial number 989.
$989. How many have been regularized? How many persons have been regularized from this seniority list?
My lord, here, I need to ascertain, my lord. Here.
You get the instruction, then only after that we can decide.
Yes.
Without knowing how many persons have been regularized, how can we give an order?
Yes.
This is the tentative seniority list of 2008. Yes,
2008.
before the petitioner husband expired.
Do you have a fresh tentative seniority list?
That one I have not enclosed.
You have?
No, that one I need to certain from the department. That latest.
Then you take instructions and
Yes.
come back. What is the point of taking up this matter?
And if my learned friend can furnish the whole
Seniority list.
seniority list.
It will be a bulky one.
My lord.
My lord, in fact, this person case is covered by that SLB disposed by the Supreme
That's
Court.
why I'm asking how many persons have been regularized. If so and so has been regularized, that's a different thing. If his number is still right down, then Supreme Court judgment covers. Number one, he didn't make any
Yes,
representation
ma'am.
for regularization. We though filed the case after about 6-7 years. Then regularization issue, we'll see whether after that we can close the matter.
Yes. My lord, specific direction may be soon. My lord.
Worship, I'm for the AG. And as far as the role of the AG is concerned, unless the state they finalize the scheme or what scheme they will be entitled for regularization and for payment of pension benefits, we have no role to play. Worship.
Item 30, 31, and 32, isn't it?
31, 32, and 33.
31, 32, and 33.
In item 2.
13 Longchar and counsel for the petitioner. Mr. Tipap Home shall receive instructions as to how many persons have been regularized in terms of the tentative seniority list of work charge Jukali within bracket E as on 1/4/20 2008. Stop. How much time you require?
2 weeks, my lord.
List the matter after 2 weeks.
Month.
Then suppose your case also will be the same?
Yes, Lordship.
Then,
And my lord, the latest seniority list,
on just before this after 2 weeks, put one more. But latest seniority list will not have his name, isn't it?
My lord, it will have some relevance for the reason that the earlier.
Mr. T.
Yes.
Bapom shall also furnish the latest seniority list of work charge Jukali within bracket E by the next returnable date. List after 2 weeks.
much obliged.
Item 2 also,
Your Lordship, for item number 2, I have enclosed the seniority list. Prior to his death, he was at serial number 518.
how many have been regularized there?
36 of them were regularized prior to his expiry.
Prior to his expiry.
Yes, Your Lordship. There is an
So you want to take up today or you want to take up along with the other matters?
Lordship, it's, if
Same department.
the opposite counsel is ready, then be heard, Your Lordship.
Power, I'll give you power. So it seems the whole department concern is power worship, so that latest might be required.
Okay.
We can rely on the seniority list.
List the matter, what did I say in that cases?
2 weeks.
List the matter after 2 weeks along with the WBC number 201 of 2019.
Lordship.
Much obliged.